Hey gang, thanks for joining me today. This is just a real quick video. I want to talk about what I call commercial calligraphy. Now, just to be honest, mildly humble. Don't worry, it won't last. And clear, I'm not a professional calligrapher at all. Well, maybe I am. If the definition of professional is you get paid for it, then absolutely I'm a professional calligrapher. But that's not what I mean. Am I good at it? Yeah, I'm better than the average, maybe beginner hobby calligrapher. Okay, just trying to help you. It's been a hobby. This is a hobby of mine and has been a hobby of mine since I got my first calligraphy book at age 12. And so I enjoyed dabbling. About 4 or 5 years ago, though, my calligraphy career took a significant jump up when I produced 5 instructional videos on calligraphy. In those videos, I tried to make it clear that I am not a master calligrapher. I'm just a good teacher, and I think I have something to offer to people that are getting started. Anyway, if you've been following me lately, then you know I've got a big project is the cover of this book. And the name of this font is Didot, D-I-D-O-T. I like that. But right here, you'll notice we've got breaking free with broken wings. And this kind of trick is done often, fairly often. I hope it's not cliche. I don't think it is. But I'm using a kind of a hand-lettered fancy font. Now, when I say hand-lettered, of course, it's supposed to look like hand lettering, sort of. I'm a card-carrying snob, and again, if you listen to me often, I hate snobbery, except when I'm going to admit that I am one. Okay, so I'm a snob when it comes to hand lettering, fake hand lettering on a serious publication, like a book cover. Graphic designers, and I say this because I hope some graphic designers, if you know a graphic designer, forward this to them. Putting fake hand lettering in a series, now for a silly ad, newspaper ad that's going to be here today and lining the birdcage tomorrow, that's okay. But if it's something that's going to stick around for a while, like a logo, for goodness sake, a logo or a book cover, fake out of your computer, out of your Macintosh, fake hand lettering is like wearing a clip-on tie to meet the Queen. You just don't do it. You do not wear a clip-on tie to meet the Queen. Are you with me? That's just so Bush League. So in the same way for graphic design, if you've got something that is supposed to look like hand lettered, you pay a calligrapher or a commercial calligrapher like me to do it for you. You do not put fake hand lettering on a series. And I'm being really passionate here because I'm a snob in this regard. I think that is just inexcusable for you graphic designers to use fake hand lettering. Now, this is borderline. Is this supposed to look like hand lettering? Hi, Bobo Pop. Good to see you. Hard to say, but it's close enough for me that I'm not going to use. I am not going to use this font. I just use it for design. So let me show you a little bit about what I do. First of all, I went and grabbed my medium-size calligraphy kit. I have a smaller one than this and one that's much bigger than this that has a bunch of calligraphy stuff. And this has a bunch of pens. Let me see. Some of the tools I think I used for this job so far were, hang on there. Hang on, Nelly. Okay, some of the tools I used were felt tip marker. Nothing wrong with using a felt tip marker to try to get the job done. And then I have these parallel pens made by who? Pentel? It should tell me here. Pilot parallel pen. These are wonderful, in my opinion, wonderful tools. And again, so I'm writing the word with, W-I-T-H. So I used several of these tools and several other things. So let me just show you some of what I did. So I have here a stack of, just to give you some idea, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so far 8 pages. This was page 1. None of those got marked. Some of these, well, you'll see some of these I wrote with my left hand, messy on purpose. Here we go. And then I experimented with this, with a real primitive, very primitive look, maybe, and then sort of a modern primitive look. None of those got an asterisk either. I'll explain in a minute what an asterisk means. Then I started tracing. No, I did that. That didn't come in the next order. Okay, then I think I did this page next, and it looks to me like I used maybe this felt tip pen to do this red stuff. And 2 of these, finally, after I've written the word with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. After writing it 20 times, these 2 got asterisks. An asterisk means like, that's not bad. I could work with that. So I set that one apart. And then I began tracing. Then I got some tracing paper, and I began tracing the ones that I had asterisked. Is that a word? Past tense of asterisk? Anyway, but none of those got an asterisk either. So we're still back at whatever. And more of the same. None of those got an asterisk. Several of these did. 1, 2, 3... And then I traced some of those, and this one here got an asterisk if I wanted to go with the primitive. Or this one did too. Okay, now why am I showing you all this? Mostly just to give you a feel for what a graphic designer. So I'm wearing the graphic designer hat right now. I really have very little interest in being a graphic designer. I'm designing the cover of this book because my client needs a cover, and I'm doing the illustration. Did I show you the illustration? No. Here it is. So this is the charcoal rough sketch. That's kind of a misnomer. This is a finished charcoal drawing. As you can see, very finished. It's been sprayed, so it's pretty safe to handle now. I'm going to keep this illustration. This will go on my website on my charcoal page. I took a photograph of my daughter running, traced her, changed her face to look like the character in the book, and so on. Now, the next video that I do, the next daily art adventure, is going to be starting to do this in pen and ink. So the final illustration will be this picture. I've worked out a lot of stuff, all the details, especially the values, the lights and darks, are all worked out. That will help me a tremendous amount when it comes time to do the final illustration. But anyway, that's the drawing, but it'll be in pen and ink. And then I just want to do the word with in hand lettering instead of computer printing. Okay. So what am I going to do next? Probably I have enough of these that have asterisks by them. That's a hard word to say. So what I'm going to do probably is just scan this 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe that one, 5, 6. I'm going to scan these 6 virgins. Going to scan these 6 virgins. I'm going to scan these 6 versions of the word with. Oh yeah, here's the graphic design, right? And then in Photoshop, I'll tweak it any way I want to. And again, this is what I call commercial calligraphy. I'm not good enough to be a master calligrapher. Make no pretense to be that good. And it's fun. It's a fun hobby. I enjoy it. I'm pretty good at it. Go to my calligraphy page. I have a whole page of calligraphy on my website. But what I am good, most calligraphers, many of them much better than I am, but my calligraphy has appeared on book covers, billboards, magazine ads, brochures of every kind over the decades. Okay, so that's how good I am. That's how good I ain't. I'm good enough to be a commercial calligrapher. The difference with commercial is, first of all, I'm going to use Photoshop to clean it up. And of course, I'm only doing one word, one doggone word, which is a whole lot easier than doing a whole page. Oh, by the way, just I have a calligraphy here, hanging around on my office wall. That is 1 Corinthians 13, the love passage. Love is patient, love is kind, so on and so forth. And just for fun, and I did that as a part of the video, you can see down here is the last rough draft that I did of that calligraphy, and then the final draft up there on the parchment paper. So, you know, I'm okay at calligraphy, but again, make no pretense of being a calligraphy master at all. But what I am is a pretty decent commercial. I really more accurately should be called type design, perhaps, which I do have done literal in my career many times and just love it. That's the only part of graphic design that I really have any interest in, is type design and calligraphy. And again, there's a whole page, there's a whole album of this on my website, Dan Nelson Art, if you want to see what I do. I don't know why you would want to see that, but if you do, you can look at it there. Okay, so that's just a quick introduction to what I call commercial calligraphy. I'm going to scan these now, then I'm going to spend some work to my left over here on my computer, tweaking all these, and then dropping the one that I like the best. It'll get dropped in here. So I can, how am I going to tweak it? Well, clean it up first of all, and I can stretch it and compress it and do all kinds of things to it. Okay, that's all. Hope that's interesting. Hope that's informative. Send this to some, especially my Mant and hey, Bobo Pop. Good. I'm glad to hear somebody else does it just for fun, and like me, you're not necessarily that good at it. I mean, I'm intrigued. You know, if it came to being a good golfer or a good calligrapher, I'd much rather be a good calligrapher than a good golfer. But life's too short. I'm good enough to be a commercial calligrapher and do what I'm doing, what I just showed you right here. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll be back in just a little while with Daily Art Adventure number, what is it, 405. This will be fascinating, where I begin. In fact, I'm going to not only record this live, I'm actually going to record much of this process with a real video camera, because I'm going to turn this into one of my professional, if you will, edited, produced videos, and it's going to be called Pen and Ink Cross-hatching State of the Art, because what I'm about to do here, I believe, is, forgive me, but I believe it's absolutely cutting edge, state of the art for in the realm of cross-hatching. Okay, that's all. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.